This video is dedicated to Outlaw. Outlaw, thank you for supporting the EDH channel. Lurrus of the Dream Den versus Tajic Blade of the Legion. With no lands, that's an easy mulligan. Alright, that's pretty good as well, we'll keep that. Swiftfoot Boots on our commander I quite like, we'll get rid of the Relic Warder there. Okay, and another land for us. We're not doing too well on the land front, but at least we can generate all the colours we need. Go Sol Ring into Swiftfoot Boots, ready for when our commander comes down. And it's an Iron Mere now. Griff's Boon is good for our commander, ready for when that comes down. Yeah, so we're going for that. Take advantage of the fact that our opponent's tapped out. And it might be that we can attempt a Voltron victory this game, so we'll get as much commander damage off as quickly as possible. Tajic coming down now, as early as turn 3. There's a Skull Clamp for us. Wasteland is not going to be able to take anything out, but it's more mana for us, obviously. So let's go in for some white mana here, and we'll get down Angelic Renewal. And that way it'll be difficult for our opponent to deal with our commander, and we're just trying to outrace them at this point. How many creatures does this need to swing in with? Just 2 others, so if they get down a haste creature next turn, then they're getting the buff on that. Anyway, we'll go for Griff's Boon, and then we'll get another buff on our commander with the Skull Clamp. It looks as though we are going for the Voltron win this game. Taking them up to 8 points of commander damage. It's going to take another few combat steps. By force, destroying a bunch of artifacts. Well, we can get them out of the bin at least. What do we prioritise there? I think it has to be the boots, unless they've got... of course, they've got Swords to Plowshares. This is just... Graveyard from the battlefield. That's tough. Yeah, that's probably us done then. Well, we'll get a land here at least. But yeah, that by force was really good from our opponent. Hopefully we'll get into a land here and we can get back into our commander and start trying to rebuild. Nope, just a Memnite. Well, we can go Memnite, and we might as well get down the grinding station as well. Yeah, it's in situations like that that we really want Kaya's Ghost Form over Angelic Renewal, because that does care about exile as well. It would have kept our Lurrus in play. Balefire Liege now. Our opponent's got some good stuff here. That's 4 commander damage we could take. I think we just take the 4 commander damage here, because these will swing in next turn. Might be that they can Lightning Bolt the Memnite out of the way though. So do we just take less commander damage now while we've got chance? Yeah, I think we have to. And then we will mill ourselves a little bit and go for Memnite. Not going to use the Angelic Renewal to bring it back. I'm hoping that we don't mill a land here and then don't draw into one. Well, there's the Black Blade Reforged. Darksteel Mutation would have been useful as well. Cabal Coffers, keep drawing into in the early game. So 3 lands off the top, or 3 cards off the top that aren't lands that we needed. And there we go, Rogue's Passage. Yeah. Problem is they can Lightning Bolt Lurrus now, but we've got the Angelic Renewal still. So we'll try and keep ourselves in the game. Goldmere now. Now a Goldmere in order to give them enough creatures to swing in with Tajic. And this will jump up to a 9/9 currently, won't it? So that'll put us on 11 points of commander damage. It might be that they've got a double strike thing in hand, which will allow them a Lightning Helix as well if it's a Boros spell. I'm just going to risk taking it. They're only at 4/4 anyway, as opposed to the 9/9 we were worried about, so they are concentrating on holding up mana as opposed to swinging in with as many things as possible. We get into the scrubland we wanted, so we'll go in for our Swiftfoot Boots, and then I think it is Black Blade Reforged next turn, and it might be that we have to block Yeah, we're at 6 points of commander. We'll see what happens. It might be that we have to block, but at least we've got that angelic renewal still. Yeah, this time they're going in with the Goldmere, so we are going to block their commander. I want to take the least amount of damage as possible. We'll be at 15 points of commander damage here if we're not careful. Does this have first strike? No, just indestructible, so we'll gain a little bit of life as well at least. And angelic renewal triggers, so we will bring back our Lurrus, trade it in for the angelic renewal. And we just need to keep our fingers crossed that they don't have any more removal. Doesn't look as though they do. There's an Entomb. Yeah, let's get Swiftfoot Boots on here first. Then we'll try Darksteel Mutation onto our opponent's commander just to really slow things down. And then that'll give us time to get down the Black Blade Reforged next turn. And hopefully we can start trying to swing in for commander damage again. We can also go for something with Entomb if needs be. So they can still swing in with their commander, but it doesn't get the whole +5/+5 thing. Yeah, I'm much happier taking 2 points of commander damage than 9. Not going to block the Goldmere because I'm worried about, I don't know, maybe they've got a slight buff or something like that in the form of a cantrip that you're more likely to see in Feather, but I'm just not risking it for the extra 1 point of damage. We should block that, I suppose, because it switches the ability of this on if they manage to get rid of the mutation, but still. Let's go for Entomb. And this allows us to put any card from our deck into the graveyard. So I think it's Bloodghast we'll put in there because that goes nicely with Skull Clamp. We can refill our hand if we get into a land to make. And there we are, a land. So we could go for Skull Clamp now and concentrate on refueling our hand, or do we just want to go for Black Blade Reforged and try and deal as much damage as we can? Yeah, I think the smart idea is Skull Clamp, but I want to go for Black Blade Reforged. So we'll do just that here. Then obviously we equip up our commander and we'll swing in for a 10-9 with lifelink, hexproof and haste, and just hope that our opponent doesn't get us on the swing back, blocking with the Iron Mirror, so that's one less creature that they can swing in with their commander with. We jump up to 32, but it's, like I said, it's the commander damage we're worried about here. So swinging in with everything except their commander, so they're going to leave the indestructible commander back and deal 3 to us. Don't care about that one bit. And we get into another land. Purposefully didn't crack this because we can get Bloodghast back with it. So it's 1/2 for Skull Clamp, and then we can go for the boon from the graveyard. That can be cast from the graveyard on its own, so let's go for that. Then it's Skull Clamp onto the Bloodghast. Obviously we draw 2 cards there. And then we get into another land, so let's just play the land. And that triggers the Bloodghast again. And our opponent decides to scoop it there. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think we would have gotten our opponent there. Griff's Boom would have been +1 to attack, so it would have put us at 12. They only would have been at 20 commander damage. Although we would have put the Skull Clamp on it as well. So it's 1, 2, 3 and 4 to grab the Griff's Boon out. That would have put us at 12 commander this turn, and then Skull Clamp would have put us at 13. So then we can swing in over the top of everything and deal 21 points of commander damage to our opponent, as well as drawing some more cards from the Bloodghast. So we did have the win there. Whether I would have seen it or not is anyone's guess, but I think I would have done. I spotted it pretty quickly when I looked just then. So there we are, a couple of means of winning with this deck. We can either do the whole grinding station combo thing, or we can go in for this Voltron build like I have in this game, as I've just shown you. I think the grinding station combo is too difficult to pull together with only being able to cast one thing out of the library or out of the graveyard every turn. So I think I'm going to pull out the grinding station combo and just concentrate on some kind of fun Voltron build with this. Yeah, you can obviously let me know what you think of that, but I think I like the idea of doing that more than trying to assemble the grinding station combo all the time. There's just too much interaction in 1v1, so yeah, I think that'll be a more fun build. Anyway, be sure to let me know if you want to see more Lurrus of the Dream Den. Leave it a thumbs up if you do, and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with all the latest videos. I'm tribalkai on the EDH channel. Thank you for watching.